Take a stroll down English memory lane, as far back as late 18th century England to be precise, where reputation, courting, and the continued success of family estate is all that matters. Welcome to Obsession. Your family went through hard times, but now an opportunity has risen. The Fairchilds are looking for suitors. Can you impress them with their desire and seal the deal of marriage, securing your estate for generations to come? After all, rival families are competing for the suitors. So get your house in order. Use all your servants' aids, from the butler to footman to lady's maid and housekeeper, and impress guests with activities so that you may spread the word to the Fairchilds that you are a contender. After all, everyone knows the best way to spread news is through rumors. Ah, good old England. Each estate will start with these improvement tiles, but family bonuses will differ from player to player. Some starting with more wealth, more reputation, more aid, or more family members. Each round will start with rotation of service. After all, you can't work your servants to the bone, they are your help, not your slaves. Servants are needed to host events. Besides those, your reputation will show you which event you can host. It needs to be equal or higher than the hosted event. Lastly, you'll need guests. These range from family members to women, men, and or gentry, meaning open to all. Again, reputation determines which guests might even consider coming to your event. Reputation not equal to or high enough, well, they won't come and waste their time. Events will require servants, and some guests will require these as well, so make sure you have the available service. When done, you'll reap the favors. These range from money, reputation, or more available guests, some even prestigious ones, to victory point cards. But these guests are not all positive, as some can serve for the time being, but give you negative points at the end of the game, so do find a way to get rid of those sycophants. When done, service is spent, your guests will be discarded in your discard pile, and the event you've hosted will go back to your state on the side with the rose. These open up new events for you to do, and can change scores at the end of the game as well, so keep an eye out for those. Now we can improve your estate by buying an improvement tile from the builder's market. The price is listed here along with modifiers here. Keep in mind the 2 objective cards you've chosen from the 4 dealt at the beginning of the game, and what theme card is out there that the Fairchilds are looking out for this season. The player to have the most points in that department will have their choice of either Fairchild suitor to be used as a guest for the next season. It may come a time when you do not have either servants and or guests to probably host an event, in which case you'll pass. This will make you take all your discards back into your hand, refresh all service, and collect $200 or refresh the builder's market. Either way, you'll have the option to buy an improvement tile. At any point, a player may use his reputation to garner money, refresh a servant, or the builder's market. Reputation may take some time for you to reach the next level, as it needs to do a full circle here, so do use this option wisely. When all players have had their turn, move the round marker up. At the end of special rounds, special events will trigger. The list is here, so feel free to pause the video and look at it at your leisure. As stated, when the courtship happens, the round is not played. Instead, the players compare the theme card and their points for that season, and the winner gains a Fairchild card of their choice. Then the first player marker is moved clockwise and a new theme card is revealed. There are 2 for each estate type, so keep that in mind. The final courtship will be the total of the theme cards in terms of points, and the player with the most will marry a Fairchild. These will give that player 8 victory points. Add these to your improvement tiles, gentry from your guests, reputation as listed here, amount of service, amount of gold, victory point cards, and of course your objective cards. The player with the most points wins. I had heard of Obsession for a while now and couldn't wait for it to finally be here for us to review. I found it stunning how I was so curious about a game with which the theme is otherwise dry for me. But Obsession gave life to this theme through its great flavor text and mechanism of the game. Even subtle things like bonus points if certain criteria are met for some guests. It's an interesting blend of worker placement, action selection in terms of what event to host, and resource management denoted by your guests and your available service. Planning out which rewards to get in the confine of the event you're hosting offers the player a lot of choice. Do you want more reputation to host bigger events, money to buy that coveted tile before another player does, or more guests so as to pass less frequently since these go directly in your hand for future use? As you've seen, all these aspects are important, and in a game where points are near the 100 mark, gaining a Fairchild marriage worth only 8 is not necessarily the only way to win. So needless to say, the game is teeming with tactics and strategy. Now, some luck may certainly come from the improvement tiles available, but there is mitigation for that for a hefty price. But it's mainly prevalent in certain estate type that comes up as the themed card that season. Design-wise, the game is great, along with its art and components. Not sure why they didn't place Tiebreaker for estate tiles listed here, but a small qualm. As well, the dire need for a proper insert. Still, a small price to pay for a great game. This one is staying in my collection and scores an 8 out of 10.